warm welcome to all of you and a heartfelt namaste. I, Anuradha, would like to thank all of you for writing in your comments and suggestions on our YouTube and Spotify channels and liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channels. Today, we are going to talk about the transit of Rahu. Rahu is a planet that in its wake, when it transits over the nakshatras and the houses, brings about change. Rahu is change personified because it talks about the future, the way our life would unfold. And we know that change is the most constant thing in life. Rahu also creates fears. One thing that we can relate to or take note from is the story of Raja Parikshit. Raja Parikshit was the descendant of Arjuna, and being related to the family of Lord Krishna, he had his values in the right place. However, once, because Kal was on his head and he was full of ego and ignorance at that time, he managed somehow in a very poor state of mind to be rude, to be nasty to a rishi. The result was that he had to lose his life within 8 days of that happening. We can equate the transiting of Rahu into Aries with that, because Rahu is something that allures a person, causes ignorance and causes fear. And Aries, as we all know, is the first house of the Kalpurush Kundali, which represents the head of the Kalpurush Kundali. So if there is ignorance in life, if there is ego in life, this Rahu can bring about a lot of difficulties and problems. What is the area of life that will face these problems can be seen as to which part of the zodiac your lagna is in. If your lagna is in Mesh, this can be on your own self. If your lagna happens to be in Capricorn, it could be in relation to your parent, it could be in relation to your emotional values attached at home. So we further move on and see how this Rahu affects you in terms of your lagna. Rahu moves into the sign of Aries on 12th of April 2022. For the Scorpio lagna, Rahu would be moving into the 6th house from the 7th house. It would also be moving to the 11th lord and the 8th lord. The 11th lord and the 8th lord can give one a lot of problems in terms of health. Mercury talks about nerves, and the 6th house is typically the house of health. Rahu here warns you not to take or not to move towards unhealthy habits. Your eating habits could turn unhealthy over a period of time. In fact, they have been unhealthy for some time, and now it is the time to understand that binging, for those who are emotional eating, they have to realize that it's a good time to let go. If you do not change your habits, that can lead to problems that can be long drawn or can leave a scar for you. 6th house also talks about court cases, and it also talks about the debts and other things. With the 8th lord Mercury there, and Mercury also being the Karaka for finance, you should be able to think and you should be able to judge without any bias, especially emotional biases. What are the loans that you're willing to take on yourself, and which are the loans that you can actually let go of? If you are able to understand that, in such a case, this Mercury facilitates you to let go of your loan quite easily. However, if you do not do that and are indiscriminate about it, over a period of 4 to 5 months, all this loan will start piling onto you with an alarming rate, and you would be then under a deluge. So one needs to be very careful while taking a loan on health issues, and also needs to use certain transformative measures to come out of these health issues. It may be difficult, however, it is not impossible to use good measures. Make good use of your mind, because Mercury also denotes your mind. So and your intelligence and your way to subscribe to other things and other people. So if you can make good use of your mind, you will be able to go ahead and create a good result for your own self. The one remedial measure that we have about Rahu is worshipping of goddess Durga and helping people who are not just belong to your caste and your community. If you do that, then you will be able to tide over this period. Yes, Rahu return, Rahu movement into an area is not a very, into a new zone, into a new sign is not something that one would want to, because there's already a lot of upheaval that we can see and we really are not very interested in that. But life continues, planets keep moving, and they bring with them their own remedial measures also. Keep donating to people who are in need, may not, without looking at the caste and creed, and remembering Goddess Durga as you come out of the bed right early in the morning is a good start of the day. Till we meet with you again,
Bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.